Welcome to the show. My name is Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. Hawaii's at UMass for a 6 o'clock start at McGurk Stadium. The betting in this one opened up with UMass +3 against the spread, with the total at an even 64 points. Since then, the UMass Minutemen are now the 3-point favorites against the spread, with the total shifting downward to 63 points. Currently, the Minutemen are the Moneyline favorites at $1.25, and at the moment, 64% of the money's on the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii to get the job done. This Hawaii bunch is traveling a long way, but this current group of guys have played against some top talent in their careers. I know it's a long way from home, but damn it, I cannot see them losing to UMass. I'm going to agree with the betting public on the total and the winner. Give me the under 63 with Hawaii +3, getting the job done against the spread and winning it outright for some money line cash. I'm predicting a final score of 35-27 Hawaii. Next game, South Florida travels to San Jose State for a 7:30 start on the West Coast. The betting opened up with USF as the 21-point favorites, and the total at an even 66 points. Since then, USF is now -22 against the spread, with the total moving upward to 69 points. Currently, the Bulls are laying 1,800 on the money line, and at the moment, 62% of the action's on South Florida to get the job done. USF's got some weapons on offense. I do, however, think the travel and late start will leave these Florida boys a bit jet lagged. I got to take the Spartans of San Jose State at +22 to get the job done against the spread. And when it comes to selecting an outright winner, it really doesn't make sense to make a money line play here, although I do think the Bulls of USF will win this one outright. We might see some scoring in this one, but not 70 points worth in my opinion. Give me the under 69 with the final score of 42-24 South Florida. All right, my next game, Stanford taking on Rice in Australia. The betting in this one opened up with the Cardinal as the 33.5-point favorites, and the total at an even 51 points. Since then, Stanford's now laying 30 points against the spread, with the total moving slightly downward to 50.5 points. Currently, I have no money line odds for you, and at the moment, 66% of the action's on Rice to get the job done. The betting public has high hopes for Rice to cover this massive spread at home, or in Australia. I just don't think they have the dogs to get it done. And as a matter of fact, I think the start time of the game will actually favor Stanford. They're also bigger, stronger, and more dominant. I'm taking the Stanford Cardinal -30 to actually cover that massive spread. And when it comes to the total, I gotta think this one stays tight to the opening line, but I gotta think this one barely gets over the 50.5. I'm predicting a final score of 42-10 Stanford. All right, folks, I'm going to slide into my next and final game for the show. It's my featured game for week 1 of the 2017 college football season. I'm talking about Oregon State at Colorado State. The betting in this one opened up with Colorado State as the 2-point favorites, and the total at an even 62. Since then, Colorado State is now -3.5 against the spread, with the total moving downward to an even 59 points. Currently, the Rams are favored on the money line at $1.80, and at the moment, 69% of the action's on Colorado State to get the job done. Now, in my betting history, big early games that I take action on like this one rarely yield upsets. I do like where the betting public is going with this one. When it comes to the spread, I'm in full agreement with them. So I think the Colorado State Rams -3.5 gets the job done against the spread. Conversely, the money line equity isn't terrible, so I definitely wouldn't think one would be a damn fool to take some action on an outright winner. I think Colorado State will win it outright for some money line cash. I'm also in agreement with the betting public on the total in this one as well. No sharp betting here. Give me the under 59 in this one. I'm predicting a final score of 31-27 Colorado State. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.